Now, speaking of this pledge card, as you know, for the last 2 weeks, as part of our pledge drive, we've had 2 Emmanuelians talk to you all about why they pledge and what Emmanuel means to them. And this morning, you get me. I've been asked to do that. I have never done that before, as long as I've been your rector. And so, for one moment, I want you to pretend that I'm just Chris, and not in all of this, but I'm just speaking to you as a fellow Emmanuelian. And I have to preface this by saying, believe it or not, as a priest, I am incredibly nervous about talking to you without a script in front of me. So bear with me. People think priests are so good at sort of ad-libbing. Well, this one isn't. So, and often I have to have something written in front of me to keep myself on a timetable. So I do have a few little sentences here so I don't go on and on and on, but I'm very nervous about this. So I just want to tell you just briefly how I came here. 13 years ago, I was made the rector of this place on this very weekend, believe it or not. And so for me, this is an auspicious day. But what led me to be the rector here is that the previous Thanksgiving, and if you wonder if the church moves at a glacial speed, that's your answer. I came here on Thanksgiving and I was made rector the following October. But I came here on a Thanksgiving day 14 years ago actually. And we were driving, Michael and I, to New York City to have Thanksgiving dinner with a dear former classmate and friend of mine. And we saw the sign for Newcastle, and I said, that's supposed to be a cute town. It's supposed to be historic. Let's stop and look at it. So we pulled off 95, came into town. It was Thanksgiving. The town was deserted. There was nothing going on here, not a soul on the street, not a car to be seen. And I, of course, saw the steeple of this church rising over the green, and I immediately said, we have to go there. So we came over and parked in front of the church on the cobblestone street, and we came up, and as you all know, this church is open almost every day of the year from 9 to 5. That day it wasn't open. So I peered in the window, and I walked around the church, and I saw how beautiful and elegant and simple it is. And then I looked at the doorknobs, and I said to Michael, any place that keeps their brass doorknobs polished is the sort of place I want to go. Fast forward, we went to New York, we had our Thanksgiving dinner. My dear friend Father Cole said that I was going on about this parish in this town. He said, why don't you look to see if they're looking for a priest? And I said, well, that's highly unlikely, but I'll check. Guess what? You were. And here I am, 13 years later. So that's how I came here. But what I'd like to say a little more about is why I'm still here and why I stay here. And it is because this place means so very much to me, not just as your priest, but as your friend and fellow Emmanuelian. I think all of the deepest relationships, or most of the deepest and most loving relationships I have in my life now, are because of and through this parish. And I pray and want the same for everyone here. This is an incredibly important place where people are raised up, love is felt, and yes, at our best, we operate with the rubric of generosity. We assume the best until proven otherwise of one another. We also try to lift one another up when we fall down. And we are humans, and I realize that. And we can be snarky, and we can be prideful, but I think at our best, this is a very loving, Christ-centered, and Christ-filled place. And it's important to a lot of people, and it is a sign, I think, of the love we have for one another, the love we have for this community, and the love we have for God. So that brings me to my final point, which is our gifts are something tangible to this church. Our pledge is something tangible. And we Episcopalians know that God is interested in the tangible, in the stuff of this world. He created this world, and he said, it is good. And he also loves us so very much that he became a flesh and blood human being to show us how much he loved us. And our Lord Jesus gives us himself in the very tangible elements of bread and wine in this Mass. And what I'm getting at here is our very tangible pledge is a sign and a symbol and a testament to not only how much this place means to us and how much we mean to one another, but also, I think, to how much gratitude we owe to God for his grace and love toward us in this place. And so, like any good speaker, I'm going to know when to stop, and it's now. And I'm just going to say, as we approach the time when we turn in our pledge cards this year, prayerfully consider what this place means to you. Give a tangible gift as a sign of your gratitude to God and to this place and what happens here. And it doesn't matter how large or how small your gift is a discipline and a sign and a token. Everything is appreciated. Walk in love as Christ loved us and gave himself for us, an offering and a sacrifice.